Good morning, good morning. So, we're doing a little series about an impromptu series about what we're wanting to leave behind in 2025. We started out with fear, then we went to the unhealthy parts of grief, and then now we're going into doubt, like self doubt and like doubting all just doubt, which is very closely linked to fear, correct? But so we're going to go into this. We're going to do like we did yesterday. So have your notebook and pen handy. And we're going to do a little reading first to see what they have to say. Okay, so closing your eyes. We're going to do just a couple nice deep breaths to get grounded and come into the space together. So breathing in through the nose, nice and slow. We'll hold at the top. And then we'll release nice and slow as well. Nice controlled, slow, audible exhale. When we're breathing in, at first we're going to be pulling up that beautiful Mother Earth energy, pulling her all the way up through our whole being, filling ourselves with her unconditional love and healing. So breathing in nice and slow. Hold. Release. Breathing in. Hold. Release. Breathing in. Hold. Release. Breathing in. Hold. Release. This time we're going to be putting our attention and intention on our crown, pulling down that beautiful Father-Son energy, that divine masculine, that sense of clarity, and also that cleansing and clearing, asking for that cleansing and clearing of all energy that does not belong here, to me, all the things, and just cleaning and clearing. And so breathing in nice and slow through the nose. Hold. Release. Breathing in. Hold. Release. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. So now breathing in, putting our attention on our heart space, breathing in through our nose, pulling in that beautiful Mother Earth energy and Father-Son energy, creating this beautiful balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. That we need both. We need both. We need both. It's not all about the one. It's about the both. And we are going to be creating this beautiful balance and then sending that out throughout our whole energetic field. Just cleansing, clearing all along the way, and just sending out that beautiful, just both love and peace and clarity and inspiration and motivation and all that too. All right, so breathing in through the nose. Hold. Release. Breathing in. Hold. Release. One more there, breathing in. Hold. Release. Calling in our angels and our guides, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene too, along with the Kaliak, calling in our ancestors of love and light, ascended masters and Ascension Council, Galactic Council, all those are the highest high of love and light, and only those are the highest high of love and light to be here with us together. To Oyana Siano to Oyana Oyana, help us be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we are meant to receive. Anakiano to Oyano Soyana. Anatuiano Kuyano Suyano Oyana. Also calling in and asking favor of Archangels Michael and Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, and Raphael to please be here with us to create this beautiful, sacred, safe space, cleansing and clearing all energy that does not belong here, and also in protecting this energy and then in this container, and also amplifying all energy that does belong here for our highest good. Anasiano tuiano su. Anatuiano suiano su. Anasiano tuiano su. Anasiano tuiano su. Anasiano tuyano su. Ayanakiano suyano su. Suyano su. Suyano su. So what we're asking for today with guidance for is, again, helping with our doubt, helping with our, and this is totally close to and is related to our lack of self-worth and self-love, and it's all tied together. It's like a trinity of the doubt, worth, and love. And we're trying to, and there's trust involved in that too. And we may not get too deep in that because I feel like we might end up doing a whole nother thing on trust. But the self-doubt is definitely related to our worthiness, our sense of worthiness, and like the level of which we like which that worth and how much we show ourselves that love and respect too. It's all tied together. So we're asking for just clarity on all of that, and like help with where do we go from once we're here, we're showing up, we're saying yes. I doubt myself. Yes, I have issues with self-worth. Yes, I have issues with self-love. Yes, yes, yes. Now help us to come out of that, to heal from that, transform from that, alchemize that into amazing magic and like full of courage and self-esteem, and knowing that self-trust, and knowing that we can do all things. We can do all things because the divinity runs through our veins. Okay. And then, so we're going to do our little reading, and then we'll do a little bit of journaling time as well. We're starting out with Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. I don't know, just like that. For some reason, that just touched me big time. Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. I am married to my own soul. And isn't that what this spiritual journey has been about a bit too? Is just like, it's like dating ourselves again, finding who we are again, learning about who we are, and layering all the things that we're not, and falling in love with who we are, what we are. All the things. Shekinah. I don't know if I said that right. But it was fun to say. The presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. I am that light. Okay. Whew. Okay. This one feels heavy today, right? This feels like needed but heavy. Anasianotu. And be honest, like I would love to hear your honesty too in this. Like this isn't a time to act brave and act like we know all the things and we're capable, I think it's braver to be vulnerable, and I feel like this is the time to be vulnerable with each other, to help each other rise above all of this, right? To be like, we want to, it'd be lonely at the top, right? If we like stepped on the heads of others to get to where we want to be. So we want to raise up with everyone, with around us. And so it's very helpful to be vulnerable with each other and tell each other, you know, yes, I do struggle with self-doubt. I do struggle with self-worth, those kind of things. And I would love to hear like, from you, like if we could share that vulnerability with each other, where your struggles are at with that. All right, so ascending to spring. Ascending to spring. I was trying to see, like, just looking at it really good. I haven't, this is that new deck, so I don't, like, each card that I pull is pretty new. It looks like she has like those little antlers on her head, which I always love. And then with her little, there's a little bird on it. And the pond, you could still see there's ice in it, but it's melting. And then a little fox. Initiate of Winter Cups. All right, I think that's it on those. Witchy medicine, connect to the earth. So you know what ran through, like popped in my head whenever I saw this and read this, and it just feels like, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And there's like a connection to earth, and like putting your hand down in that soil and that dirt, and like feeling like her running through your veins, and just like this remembrance coming through. Feels good. Remember who you are. I don't know why that feels like two, but I guess not. Okay. Hecate. Change is important. Release the past. Is it past that's holding us in doubt and fear? All right, so put that back. I feel like I'm in like trudging through like, it's like slow motion here or something. 5 of Wands. Oh no, sword fight. Page of Pentacles. Justice. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? See the reflection in her eye? It's the scales, justice scales. Ah, gorgeous. All right, there's that. Hangman. Which reminds me of yesterday. It was like all about changing perspective. So we'll see where that takes us. That's where it takes us. Oh my goodness. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. The High Priestess. Okay, that's it. All right, let's see here. We've got lots of cards. Now remind me to post these so you can see the picture. All right, let's see what they have to say. I want to open up my notebook here too. I should have done that before. Okay, there we go. I want to be ready to write as soon as we're done here. Okay. Oya nasiano tu, oya nasiano tu, oya nasiano tu, oya no suyano tu, oya nasiano tu, oya nasiano tu, oya nasiano tu, suyano tuyano su. Iano tuyano oyana. Ayana kiana oyana siano tuyano oyana. Okay, so they're starting out with just doubt being just a game like our mind likes to play, a trick of the mind. Iana siano tuyano kuyano suyano oyana. Anasiano tuyano oyana. Tricking ourselves into staying where we are forever. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Because where we are, we've been, so we know that this is like a safe space. Anasiano tuyano su. Anasuyano tuyano su. So it's like there's a lot more fear involved in this too than just the worthiness and love aspect. There's a lot of fear in it too. So because we doubt ourselves that we're going to be able to handle what's next, because it's very fear based. Iano suyano tu, ayanasiano tu. Ayanasiano tu. What if it's not for you? What if it's not for you? Oyanakiano su. Iyanasiano tu. Iyanasiano tu. Oyanakiano su. Anasiano tuyano oyanakiano oyana. Anakiano suyano oyana, like fear, like also like if you change your mind, letting people down. Anasiano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. It's like saving face, kind of a thing. Anakiano suyano tuyano oyana. Trusting yourself that you're making the right decision. Anakiano suyano tuyano oyana. Ianasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. And there's also like this feeling of like how we, no matter how grown we are, there's a part of us that never feels grown, that we still feel like the little girl or the child inside of us that is like wants somebody else to come and take our hand and lead the way for a while. It's like sometimes we just want to like be led even though we want to be the leaders. Sometimes we're just so unsure that we would love for somebody to come and say, like, take us by the shoulders and go that way. Anasiano tuyano oyana. Ayana kiano suyano tuyano oyana. So doubting like the direction to go in, doubting decisions, doubting capability. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Doubting our worth, doubting that like, who am I to receive these gifts? Who am I to portray this personality or be the one to iana kiano suyano tuyano oyana, share these things, share these words? Who am I to anasiano tuyano oyana kiano oyana, like share this message? Who am I to share this gift? Who am I to share knowledge? Who am I to share any of these things that we find valuable, that we feel like we want to share? Sometimes you go, who am I to share? Who am I to pass on these things? Iana siano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Siano tuyano oyana. Siano tuyano oyana. Who am I to profit from these gifts? Who am I to profit from others? Who am I to feeling worthy of that exchange of like you're like, am I good enough to provide the services rendered? Am I good enough to fulfill the value of the money that they have offered, that has exchanged hands? Anakiano suiano tuiano suiano tuiano suiano tuiano oyana 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 kiano tuiano oyana kiano oyana oyana siano tuiano oyana. Building up, building up, building up, building up. Trying to see where they're going with that. Building up to it feels like building up to a big moment. Building up to who you are, where you're going, building up. Ana siano tuiano oyana kiano oyana siano tuiano oyana kiano oyana. It's only up from here. Iana siano tuiano oyana kiano soiano tuiano oyana kiana tiano oyana siana tiano oyana. Iano soiano tuiano oyana kiano oyana. Okay, so they're talking about like we're building, like we've been building up, like climbing this ladder, right? And building our building whatever it is that we're doing, like whatever you're doing, whatever I'm doing, we've been building this up, right? Building it up level by level, like climbing this little ladder and building the ladder as we go, kind of thing. But it's that doubt of like, then that next rung in the ladder, is it going to hold? 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 Suiano tuiano kuyana siano tuiano oyana siano oyana. So talking about then like all of these different ways in which we doubt ourselves and doubt like if we're even meant to be here or doing this, or if we are good enough to provide the services that are being asked of us, or and those services that we wish to give, and the knowledge or whatever it is that we're doing, the exchange, whatever it is you're doing and you're in, like say if you make blankets, is it going to be like, are they going to get the blanket, wrap themselves up in it and feel like, yes, this was worth X amount of money? So looking at looking at all these different ways that we doubt, Anasiano tuiano oyana kiano oyana, then going back, stripping it all away and figuring out like, where is it all, where is all of that doubt coming from? Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? Anasiano tuiano oyana kiano oyana, siano tuiano oyana kiano oyana. So thinking about back, they're like wanting us to go all the way back to when we were young. Anasiano tuiano oyana kiano suiano tuiano oyana. And who made you like think about moments in which you felt like what you were doing or who you were wasn't good enough? Like say if you wanted to be an artist and you were drawing, and then in the comment, like if you received comments that made you feel like your art wasn't any good, that you weren't good enough as an artist, or your art wasn't good enough to show or to be put on display, or maybe it's like you were built. I mean, they're showing us young, like maybe you were building a little building, and somebody just like, maybe you had a sibling that would always come and be like, that's no good, and crash it down. Maybe you had a parent that was extra critical and would just really tear apart the things that you would do, and make you feel like you would never reach that level of good enough. And then, or maybe it was a leader from your community in some form or fashion. Maybe it was a teacher of some form, like preschool teacher, Sunday school teacher, whatever that was for you. Or Yanasiano Tuyano Oyana Kiano Oyanas, some person of that you felt like you respected their opinion. And so if they thought your stuff wasn't good enough, if they thought then you tied that to you not being good enough, then it must be true, right? Anasiano Tuyano Oyana Kiano Suyano Tuyano Oyana. So they want you to right now close your eyes. Picture yourself as that little girl or little fella. And you're doing that thing, whatever it is that you love to do. Maybe you are drawing or writing, or you are building something, or you are cleaning. Maybe you even were like, you always like tried to keep a neat room and it was just never good enough. Whatever it is for you, they want you to picture that in your mind's eye right now. And then they want you to picture this person which you held high in your thoughts and in your heart and in your mind. So they want you to picture them, and they want you to, we're going to rewrite that story. They're going to come over and they're going to see what you're doing. They're going to see what you're doing. They are going to praise your drawing. They're going to praise your building. They're going to praise your cleaning. They're going to praise your cooking. They're going to praise whatever it is that you're making or doing. They're going to praise the clothes that you're wearing, the outfit that you put together. They're going to praise how you're singing, how you're dancing. They're going to praise you. They're going to praise you. They're going to praise you. You look amazing. That drawing is amazing. Look what you've done. It is amazing. Look what you've done. It is so good. Look at you showing your creativity. Oyana kiana siana tuyana oyana. They wrap their arms around you and send you so much love and make you so proud for being brave enough to try something new and to show them. They send so much love and pride to you. They're so proud of you, and then in which makes you so proud of yourself. You fill up with so much pride. You're so proud of who you are. And it makes you brave. That makes you brave to try something else new. Now let's grow up a little bit now. In our mind's eye, keep your eyes closed. Picture yourself as a young teen, a preteen. What is it that you're doing here at this age? What is your passion that you're trying, or maybe you're wearing a new outfit or got a new backpack, and you're in school, and when was the moment, like in the hallway, maybe where somebody just made you feel less than? Maybe you just feel different than everybody else around you. Maybe they look at you oddly because maybe you dress different. Maybe you act different. Maybe it's in art class or writing or music. Maybe it's in a regular, like English or history. Maybe you have a hard time remembering. Maybe you are undiagnosed ADD or neurodivergent, and you just struggle and you have a hard time, and you feel less than. Where is that for you? Where did you start doubting yourself? Maybe it has nothing to do with school. Maybe it's at home. Maybe your parents are having a hard time in their lives, and so they don't make it easy for you and yours. They always ask for extra help, and then when you give it, it's not good enough. Asking for help, like with babysitting or your younger siblings, or cooking dinner or cleaning, or having to, maybe you have to go home and take care of yourself because you're a latchkey kid and do all the things, and then they come home and it's never good enough. What is it for you? What made you feel in this time period that you weren't good enough? that you weren't worthy of being seen. Maybe you just felt invisible. Maybe it felt like nobody heard or saw you. Maybe then that made you feel like you weren't worthy of being seen because nobody paid attention. You weren't as loud as your other siblings, or you didn't take up as much space as, grandly and boldly as your other classmates, and you just felt like you faded into the background, and it made you feel unworthy of being seen. So we're going to rewrite that narrative. Walk into that school, that hallway, with your brand new backpack and your clothes that you chose. And people just turn and they're like, "Oh, that looks so good. You look so great. You're so," and like they compliment, like, and then in the classroom, you get your tests back, you scored well. Your neighbor, the student next to you, they're like, "Good job. I knew you could do it because you worked hard on that, and you had to work extra hard on that because you have a harder time learning. But you worked extra hard and it paid off and people noticed." And then maybe you stand up to give in the next class, you stand up to give a presentation, and people laugh when they're supposed to laugh. They clap at the end. They get it. They get you. You feel seen. You feel heard. You go home by yourself, unlock the door. Nobody else is home, so you do the chores. You even make dinner. And the rest of the family comes home, and then they notice. They see that you clean. They see the time that you put into it and the effort. They see it and they appreciate it. And they say, "Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you do, for working so hard. We know that it's hard. We are so sorry that we're not there in the ways in which we should be, we need to be. But we see you, we love you, we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You are so worthy of being seen, of being heard, of love. We love you so much, and you are so worthy of this love." So again, we're going to age up a little bit. We're shooting all the way to the upper teens, maybe even early 20s. Maybe there's somebody that you have your eye on, you want to impress, whether it's friends or a crush. Maybe they hurt you. Maybe you just didn't feel seen there. Maybe you kind of fade into the background whenever it comes to relationships like that as well, even then. Maybe there's betrayal of friends, or maybe you just don't, you feel like you just feel awkward and you don't fit in. Maybe your family again arguing, or they don't understand you. You don't understand you. You don't know what you want. They don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. Nobody knows what you want. And you just don't know where to go or who to be or any of it. You don't feel like you fit. How is it for you? Maybe it's totally different. Maybe it's, what scenario is it for you? And we're going to rewrite it no matter what that scenario is for you. Picture the scenario in which it happened, or like where in which something happened where it's just left a mark. You feel hurt. It just hurt you so much, and it made you doubt who you are. It made you doubt the decisions that you make. Maybe you decided to not go to college because of this or that, and you just regretted that, and so it's made you doubt your decisions in that. maybe you decided to go to college and you really wanted to not. You wanted to go to tech school because you really wanted to do this other thing, but you went with what you were told you should do, and then now you doubt everything that you do because of that. You didn't trust yourself then, so why should you trust yourself now? It could be all kinds of things. So we're gonna rewrite it. We're gonna rewrite it. Rewrite your story. You get the girl, you get the guy, you get the bestie. You choose what you wanted, you knew was right for you. You chose that, and you were supported in that, and it was the right thing. And you felt good and confident in your choices. Let's just rewrite it. Let's just rewrite it. Let's get the girl in the end. Let's get the guy in the end. Let's get the dream job in the end. This is our story. Why can't we rewrite it? Or maybe you decide you don't want to rewrite parts of this because it wouldn't lead to the things that you have and cherish now. So maybe you do listen to others, but then you all of a sudden you see sooner than later the reasons why this path was laid out. You see, oh, okay, it was meant to be because of this. I see that now. I see that now. And maybe like the person that, maybe we can make this even more fun, that the guy or the girl that you wanted that didn't show you the respect and love and honor that you deserved. Or maybe they didn't even see you or notice you or whatever it is. Maybe you can picture them now, like, about to turn 50 and they're just like, maybe I don't know, they are definitely not the catch. So you are like, oh, thank goodness. Like they haven't had a job in years. They're laid back in the recliner, drinking their beers, surrounded by empty cans, and they are just not the catch. And so you're like, oh, I really, really did good missing on that. That was definitely meant to be. So rewrite that story, that timeline, to where it helps you feel whole again, seen again, loved again, heard again, meant to be again. So fast forward. Maybe this is a time period of choosing your partner, having kids, or giving that presentation at a job. Or maybe it's just like you are making friends as an adult, trying to figure out who you are. Was there a time where you just feel like lost in it all? Not knowing which way to turn, where to go? Do you still feel unseen, unheard? And picture yourself in this scenario and think about, like, if this was your mother, daughter, sister. And they're saying, like, picture a true scenario for around now. Something, and it could be within like the last, like, say 5-10 years of something that has happened, truly has happened, or is similar to something that's truly has happened. Picture that scenario in your mind's eye, and then picture it as if replace the image of you with somebody that's close to you that you love, whether it's a bestie, whether it's your daughter, son, sister, mother, whatever, whomever. Picture them in that scenario. And what would you tell them? What advice would you give them if that was them in that scenario? Would you tell them to remain in the same friend circle that makes them feel unseen? Would you tell them to remain in a job that makes them feel not good at all, not fulfilled. Maybe you would say, find a job before you quit the job, but still. Would you tell them to stay in different circles or anything that makes them feel unseen, unheard, that makes them doubt themselves? Or would you say, maybe these aren't your people. Maybe this isn't your space. And then also looking at the same kind of scenario, putting that other person in these other different situations, like changing it up where it's like somebody that's precious to you, you're plugging them into all these situations. And then maybe even you can just see yourself as like it's your inner child, and you're plugging that inner child into all these other situations. And instead of that other person is coming and saving the day and changing how it plays out, it's you as the adult that you are now that's going in there and saving the day and changing how it all plays out. It's you giving the advice of, maybe you go in as a third party to that child that was doing the artwork or cleaning, whatever it was for them, and you say, you know what? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They are living out their own trauma drama. I know that your little kid you is going, what? But this is what them being mean to you right now in this moment has nothing to do with you. What you have created here, what you have done here is amazing. You've put a lot of effort into it, and it deserves to be seen. You deserve to be heard, whether it's like singing or whatever it is for you. You deserved that praise. You deserved praise in that moment. And because even though you didn't get it, doesn't mean you didn't deserve to get it. You deserved all the praise and love in that moment that you did not receive. And I am sorry. You deserved better. You are worthy of more than that. I love you. I love you. I love you. Then go through each one of your timeline periods and do the same thing. I'm so sorry this happened to you. You deserve better. You are worthy of more. You are worthy of being seen, of being heard. I am so sorry. I love you. I love you. I love you. And keep going up the timeline. I am so sorry this happened to you. You deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be praised. I love you. I love you. I love you. Anasiano tuyano oyana, kiano suyano tuyano oyana. Sometimes it's a story that we have woven together from all the different situations in our lifetime that creates the story that we tell ourselves each and every day. Nobody is going to listen. Nobody's going to hear. Nobody's going to see. Nobody is going to feel what I feel. Nobody is going to understand me. Nobody is going to be on the same level as I am whenever it comes to my level of weirdness or your level of whatever it is. Your level of geeking out over a certain topic or item, whatever it is. But we assure you that there is like a whole world out there that is made just for you. And we cannot let other people's words, other people's stories crush and diminish our own. We have shaped our bubble that we allow ourselves to live in. We have shaped it based on other people's opinions, other people's, their glass ceilings. We have shaped it all based on their trauma dramas that they have passed down to us to make us feel small. They felt small, so they made us feel small. Over and over and over and over and over again. And we just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And we've kept ourselves there. You could have started out in like a big giant refrigerator box. And over our lifetimes, we are now like in this little shoebox or jewelry box even. And it is our job, our duty, our responsibility to ourselves to start building that box up again. Just start outgrowing each one of these boxes until we even outgrow the original refrigerator box, right? So they're saying that we have to know that it's okay going in phases, that it's okay going from the jewelry box to a little bit bigger box, and a little bit bigger box, to the shoe box, to a little bit bigger box, to a little bit bigger box, to maybe the TV box, whatever it is. Keep going. It's okay to go in those phases. It's okay to give ourselves that grace. The grace of growing in stages and learning in phases and becoming who we are, just one layer at a time. With fear, they are saying take off one layer at a time of the things, of different things. With this, they're saying just keep adding back on, adding back on, one layer at a time, adding back on, adding a little bit to your voice, getting a little bit like shoulders, you can speaking up a little louder and more with more clarity. Oyana kiana suyana oyana, maybe changing up the way you dress and to suit your style and what you really truly want to wear, a little bit at a time. Adding in some fun earrings, and then adding in a hair scarf, and or adding in a silly sweatshirt, or adding in whatever it is for you. The fun shoes that you always wanted to wear, but you were too nervous to wear because you didn't want to be looked at or seen as weird. Adding in these little droplets until you fill the whole bucket. They're saying it's okay to do that. It's okay to do that as long as you're making progress towards that. And keep adding. Don't let those that... So they're showing this as like all those times that these different times, situations, and things that were said, things that were done, all the different things that made you feel less than, made you feel not worthy, made you feel like that it was better to stay quiet or unseen. Whatever it is for you, all the different things, don't let them win by staying down. Don't let them win by not being who you truly are. If you want to dress in polka dots and plaid, don't let them win by not, because you're afraid of what somebody's going to say. If you want to sing, but you were told by a respected music teacher and by your siblings or parents or both or all of the above, including the neighbors that could hear you through the walls, that you could definitely not sing, but it is in your heart that you want to sing, don't let them win. Sing. Sing. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. Don't let them win. We have to start standing up We have to start standing up for ourselves over and over and over again. For the little girl, I don't know who has curls, but the little girl with curls, we have to start standing up for her. We have to start standing up for her. We have to start standing up for her. We have to be who we needed. We have to be who we needed at that time. We have to love on her. We have to love on ourselves. We have to show ourselves how much we are loved and how much we are worthy. We have to. We have to. We have to. We have to be who we always needed to be for ourselves and for all of those coming after us and coming that are seeing us become this person that we're becoming. We have to be the leader in that we can still, it's not too late. It's never too late to become who you're truly meant to be. It is never too late. Lead the way in that. Open up the path for that. Open up the path for that so other women can see, other children can see, other adults can see, our ancestors could see that we can still walk the path that was meant to be for us, that we choose, not for anybody else to choose, not for anybody else to dictate or to criticize, but we get to choose. We get to choose. We have that right. You have that right to choose what you do with your life, with your time. If you want to, in the daytime, do one thing as your career, and at nighttime do something totally what other people would think would be crazy. But you want to do it. You want to try it. Even if it doesn't work out, you want to try it. I don't know why I'm seeing what's it called? It's not bougie, it's not boudoir, it's like stripping adjacent. But it's, you know what I'm talking about. So it's like somebody's like wanting to do that, and do it. Do that. If that's what you want. Is that what your little freaky heart wants? Oh yeah, we like it. We like it. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do the thing. Lead the path. Open up the path and lead the way to show others that it's never too late to try new things, to start new things, to get weirder. They're like, if you thought, you show the people in your lives, oh, you thought I couldn't get any weirder? Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Ow. Show them that you could get weirder, that things can get weirder, things could get freakier, you could get even more out there, because you are not here to live the norm. You are not here to be quote unquote normal. You are not here to follow suit. You are here to lead the way. And that's why you kept doubting yourself. Is because you are trying to follow in somebody else's shoes you were never meant to fill. You were meant to lead the way, not follow in somebody else's shoes that were not made for you. This world wasn't shaped perfectly for those of us that were meant to form our own space. We have to find our own way to be able to to create the spaces that we fit in, because they don't exist for us. They don't exist for us, so we have to form and shape them for ourselves. We have to become the space. We have to become the safe place. We have to become who we always wanted to be, who we always wanted to love us. We have to be all the things. We have to be all the things. We have to create all of this so that way others can feel safe to come out of their little woodwork or their shells as well. Seeing like little crabs like going, ooh, it's safe to come out now. I can play around and get freaky with the other crabs. So, so we have to create these spaces and these places that are safe for others to come out and play too, because it's okay to play. It's okay to get magical. It's okay to get weird and freaky. It's okay, because this is what it's all about. It's about to. We're here to play. We're here to play. We're not here just to sit here and beige and grow gray, just like knitting our life away. Although there's some cool knitting stuff, so that's not a poke at that. That's actually very cool. Okay, so anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. But know that even all of this, even though they say, like, they're just saying, even after they said all of that, knowing that we're not truly alone in all of this, even though it feels and has felt like that. And that is why we need to pull out this this spiritual side of ourselves, because it can feel so encasing of like the loneliness of being different, can feel so like encasing, and then that makes us doubt ourselves, right? But they're saying that is why they want us to pull up so much of this spirituality within ourselves, and that we are, and find those communities that will accept you for who you are now and for who you want to be, who you're becoming all along the way. You don't want to put yourself in a place where you feel like you're never good enough. A bunch of perfectionists that are like, everything needs to be a certain way, and you don't have space to grow, right? You need that space to grow. You need that space to get freaky and weird and whatever. You need to find those people, even if it's just one other person. They're out there, we promise you. Until then, get freaky your own way. But they're saying, but we need to dig into that, like the more we can connect with our spiritual side, the better right now, because they are here to show us that we're not alone. We have all these beautiful goddesses here with us, like here to help us, to here to help us, like, to grow and to become who we are. They're like, we didn't get on these cards being normal. We laid the path for others, and that is what you're here to do too. You're here to lay the path for others, and it's not an easy road, and they're sorry for all that you went through. They're so sorry for all the pain and the hurt and the blame and the shame and everything that you have taken on along this path. And we know it's not easy, but this is what you're meant for and made for, and know that you are that powerful. You are that powerful that they have laid you in the ranks with them. They have put you in the ranks with them, along with them. You are that powerful. You are that powerful and that meant to be seen right now. You are made to, like, lay the way for others to follow. You are planting seeds for generations to come, for them to be able to see that change is okay, that I can be whoever the hell I want to be. I don't have to follow the path and do things exactly the way they were meant to be, like as somebody else thinks that they're meant to be. Maybe everybody in your line were doctors or lawyers or dentists or whatever it is, or railroad workers, whatever, and your path was laid out before you, and you're like, no, absolutely not. I can't do this. One more day I can't do this, or I'm going to like take out the whole place. And that's probably not a good thing to say. But anyway, and so they're saying, you by making change, by standing up and saying no more, no more, no more. I'm here to live my life. I'm not happy being somebody else, wearing this mask of the societal mask that I've one after the other have placed upon me. It's time to take all of them off. They're saying you're here to sow the seeds of change for those that come after you, to be like, I don't have to do as everyone else has done prior to me. I can follow my own, I can do my own thing. I can get weird and freaky with it. I can be whoever the hell I want to be. Or I could be the same thing but differently. I could put my own spin on it. Yes, I always wanted to be a doctor like my uncle and his, my father and whatever, grandfather, whatever. But I want to put a different spin on it. Like, I don't want to be that kind of a doctor. I want to be a naturopath doctor. This isn't me, by the way. If you didn't clue into that. So maybe, but you want to do your own spin on it, and you want to do it for those in need, and you want to like travel and go to all these villages that don't have easy access to medical care. So do that then. We are here to plant the seeds to let others know that it's okay to be different, to rise above and build back up ourselves, no matter how much society and our family and circumstances and all the different things have smashed us up into these little tiny boxes. We're here to break them open, to keep growing and growing and outgrowing every single box until we just outshine it all. Until we impress ourselves and being like, damn girl, I knew you could do it. So we have to just reach for the stars. Just reach for the stars. Keep going. One after the other, just keep going. Keep going until you keep proving yourself wrong. Keep proving everybody else wrong. Keep showing them over and over and over again how wrong they were. How wrong your past you was. Keep going. Keep going until you just beat out right down into the ground. You just crush it down into the ground. You just crush it. Just over and over and over again. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Never ever give up. And they're that's the repetitive action of showing up, even whenever because we're human, we're going to let ourselves down. Just like the people in our past have let us down. We're going to let ourselves down at times. But they're saying the point is we got to keep getting back up. We can't even let the past versions of us win. We have to keep showing, no, it's not okay. I'm not going to stay quiet anymore. I'm not going to not live out my passions anymore. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to draw. I want to build sky towers. Wait, what's that word? Whatever. Big giant buildings. I want to do this or that. Do this or that. Go keep reaching for the gold. Keep going. Keep clawing your way out of the small boxes that we've placed ourselves in. Because even though they pointed their finger at the box, we chose to crawl into it. So we need to choose to start crawling back out of it. One little step at a time. And they're saying again, give yourself grace. It's going to take time, but don't use that as an excuse to not make the effort to keep moving forward. Keep impressing yourself. Keep impressing yourself. Keep impressing yourself. Keep impressing yourself. Keep proving your past self wrong. Keep proving all those memories wrong. All those little voices in your head, rewriting them. We're going to rewrite them every time. They need you to be the warrior in your own brain. So every time you have a voice that goes, girl, you can't do that. What are you thinking? Why would you even think you could do that? Oh my God, you're old. You're wrinkly. Who's going to be listening to you? Every time that voice comes in, you have to be your own warrior. Oh girl, watch me. Watch me now. So you have to be your own warrior and like, yes, it sounds like crazy train talk, right? Whatever. Let's get weird and freaky with it. Let's say, no, I am going to battle myself till the good one wins. We're going to keep proving the bad voice in our head wrong. And we're going to keep outgrowing those boxes. And we're going to keep just smashing that doubt and mistrust in the ground. We're going to prove ourselves worthy. We're going to be like, oh, look at me. With every little thing that we do, we're going to prove ourselves worthy. Even taking extra time with self-care, even taking extra time with whatever it is that we are wanting or needing, we're going to take that extra time because we're worth it. We're going to prove to ourselves that we're worth it by taking the time it needs to heal, to do the things that we need to do, that we want to do. We got to stop saying, I don't have time. I didn't have time on the things that you know you had time for. They're saying not all this stuff is don't like put all that in the same scenario. You know what we're talking about. There's certain things that you've been feeling like you needed to do, that you need to do, and you haven't been doing. You've been saying, I don't have time to do, but you do have time to do. You choose not to do, but they're saying you need to prove you wrong by doing those things that you need to do. Be the bigger you in the scenario of you versus you. And we're gonna crush that doubt one little thing at a time. We're gonna keep proving ourselves wrong. We're gonna keep proving ourselves wrong. Be the warrior that you always needed to stand up for you, even against you. One thing at a time, one action at a time. We're gonna prove ourselves wrong, and we're gonna prove everybody else wrong. We are gonna prove the whole goddamn world wrong by being who we were always meant to be. We are the saviors that we needed. And we're going to be the saviors that others need too. Amen. And so it is. Okay, so we're going to take a few minutes here and right. Even though I feel like I'm poured out, but we're going to do it. So just asking for guidance. Maybe it's our higher selves we're asking, or future selves. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's ask our future selves. Our future selves, or from a future timeline. So I want you to feel it in your heart, even if you need to put your hand on your heart center. We're asking for guidance, or for words of wisdom or encouragement, whatever it is that we need to hear for our highest good from our future selves. Allow it to come through. And just write. Don't think about it. Don't ever think about it. Don't think about punctuation, capitalization, anything. Just write. Amen. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love if you could tell me if you got what you got out of that. Hopefully something good. I know I did. I needed that. So thanks for joining me on this crazy, crazy, weird, and freaky ride. See you tomorrow.